Shh, don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Hey, bestie. I have the most ridiculous story to tell you. Tonight was one of those evenings where everything just went sideways. My sister was in the laundry area, busy folding and sorting clothes while I was trying to relax a bit. I decided to take a seat on the couch, thinking it would be a peaceful way to unwind. But my loving nephew had other plans. He's always been a handful, but tonight he seemed especially determined to make me his entertainment. He started throwing his favorite stuffed toy at me, laughing and giggling as if it was the most hilarious game ever. At first, I just rolled my eyes and ignored him, thinking that maybe he'd get bored and stop. But nope. He kept on going, tossing that stupid toy at me over and over again. I swear, it's like he had a personal vendetta against me. I try to be patient, telling myself that he's just a kid and doesn't mean any harm. But honestly, after the 5th or 6th time, my patience wore thin. I finally picked up the toy and threw it back at him. Not hard or anything, just enough to return it. But, of course, it didn't quite hit its mark and instead clattered loudly against the stainless steel plate with his snacks on it. I mean, that sound was like a symphony of chaos. The noise startled me, and before my sister could come over, I panicked a bit and ran straight to the kitchen to get away from the mess. I turned on the faucet and started rinsing whatever was in the sink, trying to act like I'd been there the whole time. A few seconds later, my sister rushed into the kitchen, looking frazzled. She saw her kid standing there, staring up at me with this mixture of sadness and betrayal on his face. And me, pretending to be completely absorbed in washing dishes. I swear it was like I'd gotten caught red-handed. My sister didn't even ask me what happened. She just rode over to my nephew, gave him a good scolding, and sent him off to bed early with no cartoons. Meanwhile, I stayed at the sink until things calmed down, trying not to laugh at the absurdity of it all. As I stood there, I couldn't help but think about how this whole situation was so reminiscent of when my nephew used to throw his toys on the floor and expect me to pick them up. It's like he has a radar for knowing exactly what buttons to push to get a reaction out of me. And tonight was no exception. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but I have to admit that throwing that toy back at him was kind of satisfying. Not because I'm a mean aunt or anything, but because sometimes you just need to let off some steam and release the pent-up frustration. And what better way to do that than by launching a snack plate into chaos? But in all seriousness, it's funny how these little moments can be such a big deal at the time. I mean, my nephew is still learning about boundaries and personal space, and sometimes he gets overwhelmed and acts out. And as his aunt, it's my job to help him learn and grow. So, even though tonight was a bit of a mess, I'm trying to see the humor in it and not take it too seriously. After all, life is full of little mishaps and misunderstandings. And if we can't laugh at ourselves sometimes, then what's the point? Anyway, that's my ridiculous story for you. What do you think? Am I a bad aunt for throwing that toy back at him? Should I just stick to being the cool aunt who lets him get away with everything and never teaches him any boundaries? Leave a comment with what you would do in this situation.